And we're live from the 313 and the 404. It's episode 77 of the Everybody Mad, the live podcast. Because it's on Thursday. It's actually Thursday, November the 18th. It ain't Veterans Day, but it's the 32nd day of, no, it's the 302nd day of the Biden administration. Yeah, it's been that long. How you doing? Welcome to my show. My name is Said Lover.
What's up? I'm Kenya Kabeen. Join in the conversation and leave your comments in the chat. You could join us in the link that you're checking out right under the screen. And wherever you're watching, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, share button. We're live right now on Facebook. Big ups to everybody on Facebook checking us out. And if you're checking us out on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Sam, what's been happening up in Detroit, man? I know it's cold as hell up there. Well, it's funny when people say cold as hell because hell ain't cold. Why people say that, but I know it's cold up there though.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty cold, but it was like in the 30s this time, so it's a little bit cold. Starting to feel like what a November should feel like in Michigan. But yeah, man, it's just busy. But I guess that's always a good thing to still be busy. That's why the show was late. I had finished up late from work and didn't get stuff done and had to find some other stuff and didn't get my lights up because I'm dark skinned. So if I ain't put up them lights, y'all wouldn't be able to see me this show. So that's why the lights was very, very important. So we couldn't start the show without that. But thank y'all for being a part of the show. Y'all can be a part just like Aunt Betty. You can comment in the show because that helps us out. That helps spread the word and that sort of thing, and share and like and all that good stuff. Hey, Miss Crystal. So you can be a part of the show too because we got a good show. Kenya, how was your weekend?
Man, I had a good weekend, and it's been pretty much busy down here. I think everybody's really getting ready for the holidays and stuff of that nature. But man, I mean, I've just been moving and shaking as always. Don't really have any crazy stories to tell you because normally I might have something really funny to tell you about, like a running, because it's always some hood MF
because you in
Atlanta that does something, but actually it's been pretty chill lately. So everything has actually been good. Shouts out to my cousin Tasha Cash. I saw her performance on the Games That People Play on BET last night. She did an amazing job.
I need to watch it. I did DVR it, and I think that's important too. Like, even if I don't watch the show or even have interest in it or even plan to watch it, like I make sure I DVR it because I don't know. Like, to me, that seemed like it help out the algorithm or something.
Right.
Because like if I got somebody I know or some black actresses or something like that, like I want to support because like we need more of us in these positions and being seen and all that good stuff because like we know what the world's trying to say about us, so we need to make sure we're telling the whole different story. And
pretty much. We're
gonna have a story on here too, the Everybody Mad show, because we got the reality recap with Shorty coming up. We'll talk a little bit trashy and stuff like that with some housewives changing their kind of real estate. There's a housewife that's actually about to be a preacher's wife. We'll talk about that later on in the show. And also there's a reality couple that's going towards divorce. So we'll show you some audio that we actually have from their conversation that tells you a little bit about why they're going to be going that. And Kenya Moore's back in the news because the Housewives of Atlanta, they ain't really got nobody no more. So she the star. So we're going to have to talk about that with the reality recap with Shorty as well.
Also, everybody's mad right now. The judge in the Kyle Rittenhouse case. We're going to tell you all about that. Everybody's still mad at what went down at the Astro World concert. We're going to give you the scoop on what's popping off with that. Plus, Queen Sugar might be coming to an end. Everybody mad about that. And of course, entertainment news. People aren't mad. They're really actually happy. In this case, the beef has been squashed between Drake and Kanye. We're going to break that down. Plus, our girl Adele sat down with Oprah. We have a brand new James Bond, and it's not Idris Elba. Well, no, we don't have we don't have a new James Bond yet, but there is talk about one. But it's not Idris Elba. But we're going to talk more about that. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and kick everything off. But before we do
what? What's happening?
Never mind. I'm going to wait. Just shouts out. I'm going to wait before I get into it because I just thought about it, but I'm going to wait because I started thinking about something, but that's not until the end of the show when we talk about our favorite shows that we watch. So I'll talk about that later on, okay? Yeah. But let's just go ahead and just kick everything off. Again, everybody is mad at the lawyer of the man that filmed the Ahmaud Arbery death because this dude actually asked the judge to drop charges saying that he was a witness to Ahmaud's murder. Now, on Tuesday, the prosecutor showed jurors photos of the massive gunshot wounds that was actually left in Ahmaud's body that left his T-shirt drenched in blood. Meanwhile, Travis McMichael took to the stand yesterday, and of course, he claimed self-defense. Now, defense attorneys, they did rest in the case. Yesterday, the prosecution actually began their cross-examination of the case on Wednesday and continued today, which was when more than 100 black pastors actually showed up to stand alongside the family. Now, remember, the defense attorneys have repeatedly tried to have these high-profile clergy members removed from the courtroom.
Let's actually play some of that video of what he actually said, because we don't want to put people in. We want to put words in white folks' mouth. Let's let them say exactly what they mean.
All right.
My understanding, while I was cross-examining Investigator Lowry yesterday, is that the Right Reverend Al Sharpton managed to find his way into the back of the courtroom. I'm guessing he was somehow there at the invitation of the victim's family in this case. And I have nothing personally against Mr. Sharpton. My concern is that it's one thing for the family to be present. It's another thing to ask for the lawyers to be present. But if we're going to start a precedent, starting yesterday, we're going to bring high-profile members of the African-American community into the courtroom to sit with the family during the trial in the presence of the jury, I believe that's intimidating, and it's an attempt to pressure. Could be.
So black pastors are intimidating. Gotcha. Okay.
To pressure or influence the jury. Obviously, there's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine. But then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here, or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family, trying to influence a jury in this case. But I think the court can understand my concern about bringing people in who really don't have any ties to this case other than political interests. And we want to keep politics.
Black people religion is political.
Well, I will tell you that.
Okay. Cool.
Well, I mean, the black pastors are brought in because they're just trying to make sure that there is a fair trial, and because it looks like it's not going to be a fair trial because there's just about an all-white jury. There's only one black person's jury, so yeah, they're going to bring in.
I don't know how people are intimidated by, like, to me it doesn't make sense. How are you intimidated by the presence of black pastors? Like, what the pastor's going to do? Like, are they going to have a prayer service after the jury like convenes, and like they're going to bring them over for Sunday dinner, or like the pastors don't get contact with the jury. Like, the facts are the facts. They should have left that man alone. He wasn't bothering nobody. They didn't know why he was in that neighborhood. He was just running, and they wanted to do some stuff. It went the wrong way. They thought they was going to scare him off, because that's really what happened. They thought with the gun, we're going to scare that N-word out of our neighborhood, and he'll never come back running over here. So that's what they thought. They didn't think that he would actually try and grab the gun, because he was trying to protect himself based on that or whatever. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a stupid case to me. It's a case where someone went wrong, got out of their lane, minded businesses that wasn't their own, and subsequently a black man died.
Yeah, but nobody's talking about all the white people that were going through that empty house too. You know, see, they don't talk about that. They only talk about Ahmaud because Ahmaud was the only black person that was looking in that empty house. You know, this is the house that was under construction. Guess what? We've talked about this. I've done the same thing. If they're building in my neighborhood, I will walk in the house just to see, oh wow, this how it's gonna look.
Because the thing is, like, if they had stuff that they needed to secure,
so I don't understand why is no one talking about how all these white people, they were doing the same thing too.
Yeah, because to me, like, if they had anything of value that they needed to secure, it would not be in an open facility, like basically like the frame of the house. Like, when the frame is put up, it's just really the frame. They're getting it ready for the plumbing, they're getting it ready for the electrical and all that stuff. So there's nothing of value necessarily like that you can be able to take or whatever. And if that's the case, then like, why don't you put security on that? Why don't you call the authorities and all that stuff? But like, we see that it got out of hand because they thought that they could take it amongst themselves and do a citizen's arrest, and that's even stupid because like to me, like, they're just bringing that out because we're in trial. But like, that's just the stupidest thing to do, because you don't have any evidence of a crime. We even hear it in some of the videos or the audio of the 911 report when they call and say, oh, there's a man and reporting him, and the 911 operator said, well, what's he doing? And then he's like, he's running, and then she's like, okay, so what's he doing? Like, what's he doing wrong to where like y'all need to be following him, and then we need to send authorities, and they never could say that then, and they still can't say it now, and that's what's frustrating with like black folk, and that's why we tired of it, because like they just think about any sort of thing to be able to make a way so that it's okay at the end of the day to kill somebody black, and at the end of the day, like you got a mama that has to live without her son, and that's why she needs them black pastors there, because that's how we deal with stuff. We deal with it spiritually, because you done killed somebody who's important to her. So, like, what else is she to do? Like, that's what's so frustrating. Like, A, you killed us, and you shouldn't have killed us in the first place. Now, B, you have a problem with the way we cope with it. B, C, you're gonna have a problem with if the jury don't go right. You're gonna have a problem with the way we protested. So now we're gonna get back in another circle, because you never handled the first problem in the first place. You always have issues with us that are invalidated, and that's what's so frustrating, and that's why everybody mad.
That's why everybody mad. Also, too, let's be clear, Ahmaud didn't steal anything at all. He was just running through the neighborhood, and then when these guys, they're asking him, the McMichaels, well, what are you doing here? Why should he answer? Who are you?
Who are you?
Why I should just answer you because you're white? You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I asked him to talk to him. I wanted to stop him and talk to him. But who are you? I don't have to talk to you.
Yeah, I don't have to talk to you. So yeah, you come to me with the gun and
that's
you run up on me with the gun. I'm gonna fight you.
Let me get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight you. So yeah, you run up on me with the gun, and yeah, I'm gonna push you away and everything like that. But you actually kill somebody, and you have to be held accountable for that. They have to be held accountable for it. Okay, baby, I see you over there. Also, shouts out to Miss Gwen over there, checking us out to all the folks that are riding with us with the Everybody Mad Live podcast. But no, it's really frustrating. This is getting frustrating. So Sam, what's your thoughts on this? So do you think that the defense is aiming for a mistrial?
I think they're aiming for anything. I think they just, at the end of the day, they want it to be okay for them three men to have led to this man's death, and like they don't want to suffer for it. So they're trying everything. I do think the defense is doing okay in presenting some of the stuff, and like I think they're doing as good of a job as they can. Obviously, considered like the jury's kind of mixed and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like it's just at the end of the day, like I don't think that they can prove why you had a reason to even mess with this gentleman, because you can't even give any sort of valid reason why you approached him in the first place.
Let us know your thoughts. Definitely leave your comments in the comment section on the Everybody Mad Live podcast. Here's another story that everybody's mad about: the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Everybody is still mad about that. Now, in an unusual move that went down this week, Kyle was actually allowed by the judge to draw the slips of paper from a raffle drum that determined which of the 18 jurors would decide his fate and which ones would be dismissed as alternates. Now, that task is usually done by a courtroom clerk, not the defendant. Rittenhouse faces life in prison if convicted for killing two men and wounding a third. And let's be clear, because people are, I've heard people talk about this, like he's shooting up black. No, the people that he killed were actually white. They were protesting but the thing is, they were protesting the police shooting of Jacob Blake. So that's why there's so much. I feel like a lot of foul play that's happening right now with this trial right here, because I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say. I was just agreeing with you.
So people. You have to understand that these dudes, they were actually protesting the police shooting of Jacob Blake, and there's a lot of racist people that don't like that. So that's why they don't care, and they want Kyle to get off scot-free, which looks like it could happen. Now, the judge in the Rittenhouse trial is actually the longest serving circuit court judge in Wisconsin. He's 75 years old, and they say that his methods have actually drawn attention throughout the trial, including reading trivia questions to jurors at the outset, professing his lack of knowledge about modern day technology, asking for applause for veterans on Veterans Day as a defense witness who served in the military was about to testify. And sometimes this judge actually was, speaking aggressively and angrily at prosecutors when they pursued lines of questioning he had barred. So it's just kind of interesting right here. And actually, Kenosha schools have actually gone viral because they don't know the outcome of this whole trial right here. So what do you think is going to happen, as far as with how all of this is going to play out, because I mean, really, honestly, we talked about this last week. I don't know. I'm a very positive brother. People will tell you this. Kenya's always positive. I always look on the brighter side of things, but it just seems like it's just a lot of shadiness that's going on. A lot
starts with him,
because there have been people that have funded this whole trial, as far as for his defense team. So there's people that put like millions and millions of dollars into this right here. So I just think that it doesn't look like it's going to be. It looks like he's going to get off.
Yeah, like it's like a rally of the troop type of thing. Like we already know that like the reason that Kyle Rittenhouse was there because he was protesting against the people who were protesting the Jacob Blake, like we said before, and like so this is all consistent with everything that we know. Like we know that the judge said about the veterans. We know his phone rang with the Lee Greenwood "God Bless the USA" that Trump theme song. Because Greenwood is a Trump supporter, so we know that they're all in that same circle of type of people. We know this is also the same state that has 6% black people, but 42% of their prison population. Let's get it right. Of their prison population are black, even though black people are less than 10% of the whole state. So we know that racism just oozes on all throughout Wisconsin and all that stuff like that. And because this has a connection to trying to fight against like oppression of Jacob Blake in this case, but like that sort of thing. Like it's already, we see it. Black folk, we see it because it's happened so frequently, and we see how they're setting it up. We see how this judge. It almost feels like the judge want to take Kyle Rittenhouse home at night and rock him to sleep.
Rock him and just cuddle with him.
Like he is so tender and so loving with him, making sure that no one calls him by the wrong thing, and making sure that Kyle gets to put his hand and I want you. Ooh, Kyle, hey, you want to play? You want to, like, that's something at the radio station when we used to do a contest giveaway, and we used to let the youngest kid, hey, grab a name out the bucket. Like literally, like that's the way we're going to select juries. We're going to treat Kyle like a child. And I think it's just like the fix is in. Like we're trying to change how their image is. We're trying to change so much stuff. Like the fake crying that we all knew was fake, but it worked for a lot of people and stuff like that. We all know what it is. And that's what's so frustrating is that we see it happening and like they're going to find a way to not give this boy the book. They're going to find a way to allow him to walk. That's why these schools are closing. That's why the National Guard is in there. And that's why I'm going to turn my head when Kenosha is burning to the ground or any other city, even though that like it's not the right thing to do. But people get tired and frustrated. And King said it best, like a riot is the language of the unheard. So like if you ain't hear me when I'm protesting, you ain't hear me when I go to court, you ain't hear me when I do what I got to do, and you still don't do what I say that's supposed to be right. Okay, well, now we're going to tear shit down.
Yeah, and I agree with Crystal too. Crystal just left a comment too. I had the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Why hasn't his mom been put on trial? She drove him across state line with a loaded gun, and he was underage to go with people. Come on. She needs to be on trial too. And matter of fact, she should really be. I would put her on trial even before him, because had she not driven him across state line, none of this would have happened.
None of that would have happened with her fake old. Like, she's 38 years old. Like, she looks like twice the age of both of us.
She looked like she's 70.
Over there, like this was immediately after that laugh. Like, they all fake, and it's so frustrating. That's why everybody mad, because we're looking at it, but like y'all still going through the motions, like y'all don't see what's happening.
Yeah.
Everybody mad.
We see all the comments coming in. Shouts out to Brandon Jessup checking us out. Vicky Lynn Vale, what's up? We see you over there. Thank you all very much for checking in.
That's another thing. Yeah, like
his homie purchased the gun in state.
We done had the conversation about guns like so long. Like actually like our most frequent guest on the show is a guns trainer.
Yeah, he is.
Which is funny as hell, but it's actually not funny now because like we really gonna have to start, because we see what they're doing. So and like that, and that's why to me it's important for us to always have black voices, because like no one's really having those conversations that we really need to have. But like we need to start preparing for whatever you need to do. And I ain't saying nothing, but I'm saying something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know that, like you said, definitely if things don't work out and if there is a not guilty verdict, Kenosha is, man, when I tell you everybody's going to be up there, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy up in Kenosha. And again, my family's up there. Like, shouts out again to Aunt Betty because, Aunt Betty is from Antioch, Illinois.
Oh, that's close by.
That's where Cal is from. Kyle Rittenhouse actually, they drove from
Antioch.
Because
he was in the other. Yeah.
And it's only like a 15-minute drive.
Yeah.
She said this Rittenhouse trial is a joke. The judge is trying everything to get Cal off. I'll be surprised if he is guilty. I'm tired of these racist judges, cops, and defendants. Something has got to give. Something has to give.
In. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%, Auntie. I'm definitely with you. Leave your comments. Let us know your thoughts. Hey, Robin, shouts out to you too. Thank you very much for checking out the Everybody Mad Live podcast. Hey, something else everybody's mad about.
What?
The Astro World tragedy. We have an update for you. This is one of the deadliest concerts ever. Unfortunately, it actually claimed its 10th victim and the youngest victim, who was 9 years old. This kid, his name is pronounced Azira Blunt. He was actually at the concert with his father and was on top of his father's shoulders while Travis Scott took to the stage. But as soon as the crowd saw the rapper, they began rushing the stage, pushing, which led to Azira's father becoming unconscious. He fell out to the ground, and Azira fell to the ground, was trampled by concert goers. As a result, like I said, the young kid, 9 years old, he's dead. And Nike has actually decided to postpone its collaboration with Travis Scott. They were about to drop a Travis Scott shoe, but they decided to put that on hold. And I'm sure that shoe is going to be shelved. If Nike's smart, they will shelve it because
everything will be shelved.
Yeah, because right now Travis Scott, along with Drake, Live Nation, and Apple, have 125 plus lawsuits against them, totaling $750 million. This just came out today. The $750 million is actually going to cover both physical and mental health injuries as well as loss of life. And it's still not a lot of money, if you think about it, because after you divide that 125, what is that going to leave? About $6 million per person. But then that's about $3 million after the lawyers take their fees and taxes and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, and I say that because, it's going to be more lawsuits that's going to come out. What they're saying is they have $750 million. That's on the table, and that's it. So there's still going to be more lawsuits that's going to come out. So there's going to be more people. Again, if I was at that concert, I'd be like, yo, I was, mentally messed up from this situation. I need counseling and I need to get paid.
Yeah. They have decided to give 100, like a free month of counseling to everyone who wants it there. And I'm like, a month, 30 days. Okay. But he trying to get his PR team on it and trying to do some things. Obviously I know that he's trying to get the funerals paid for, and he's paying for some other things, but he's not going to be able to avoid those losses. But what I've been telling folks is more important than anything else is not even the fact of what's going on and what he's losing now. Is I'm looking at his potential, and just because okay, we know Astro World, but Travis Scott has a certain sort of kind of concert experience that he has, which is always rowdy. You know what I'm saying? That's his show. It's crowd surfing. It's all sorts of things. That's a part of the experience when you go to a Travis Scott concert. Ain't nobody gonna insure Travis Scott to perform at his shows.
Right.
So and based on how these music contracts are set up, they're not making a lot of money off of their record sales and things like that. Where they make the money is these big crowds that show up. And just when we're about to reopen and start to kind of try and see some light at the end of this COVID tunnel, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be on the list nah, bro, we can't insure you because this is what you do. There's really no way that I can even put you a part of this show because we can't even insure you. And if you can't insure, the venue ain't gonna want you, even if the promoter wants you. It's gonna be somebody in that chain that's gonna turn you down. So it's to me, it's kind of done. Even beyond the lawsuits, like to be insured for your future festivals and concerts and stuff like that. Like you ain't gonna be insured. Like you know, like the best
right? No,
make your music.
Yeah, he won't be insured. But, you know, the question is, will Travis Scott be canceled? I don't necessarily think that he's going to be canceled because I know, you know how society is. I think that what he's going to do is he's claiming, look, you can't put all that on me. I didn't know all of this stuff was happening. I'm not at fault for this right here, but you have to be held accountable. Again, if you knew how the concerts were being promoted, it's being promoted as a danger fest. You go in, you might get hurt, you might get a black eye, you might get a broken arm. So yeah, you gotta be held accountable for that, Travis.
And I still wonder why these parents brought their babies there. Like,
some parents don't even know. Some parents don't even. Guess what? True. Some parents they don't even realize that all that stuff is going on. All they know is that their kids want to go to the Travis Scott concert, and that's it. They don't know what's going down at those shows. Parents too busy. They're way too busy.
Yeah.
Leave
your comments in the chat below, as a lot of people have been doing, and that helps us out too because the Facebook algorithm and all that good stuff, but that helps us out. And also you can follow us and be a part of the conversation as well through this link right here. I'm trying to get on the screen, but it won't come on. There you go. Link tree at everybody.
Yeah, you know, I would really like for somebody to like just join in because we always say join in.
Like it'd be us talking, but like people are welcome to talk too. Like all you gotta do is
click that link. Like can you put it in the comment section so they can click
I'm gonna make it easy for y'all. Just in case y'all want to actually put your comment and voice, because everybody mad. Like sometimes you want to scream and exhale and say get it off your chest. So
yeah, we want to hear from you. We want to hear from you, and we want to see you. So definitely click that link if you want to join us.
All right, it's in the chat now.
We are unfiltered. You can cuss. You can say whatever you want to say. So jump in with us. Before we keep things moving, definitely want to do an RIP shout out to rapper Young Dolph. He actually died in a shooting in Memphis, Tennessee, at the age of 36 yesterday. The shooting took place at a bakery yesterday afternoon. He was going in to buy cookies, and they say the owner of the store said that he walked in to buy some cookies. Somebody drove up, shot him, killed him around 1 p.m. Horrible. And this is not the first time Young Dolph has been shot. He actually was shot back in 2017 out in Hollywood. So, you know, it's just really unfortunate. It's really sad. Sending prayers up to Young Dolph's family, friends. It's sad. I was shocked by the news. I'm not really that familiar with a lot of his music, but it's just sad. Really unfortunate. Shouts out to you, Miss Dotson, checking us out, sending prayers. All right, so we got some more stories to talk about. Everybody Mad Live podcast. Okay, so this actually just came down. Sam was telling me about this. I didn't even know about this story, and I have not seen the video, so I'm interested to see. But a former NFL running back is on the run from felony charges down in Florida. His name is Zach Stacy. Allegedly assaulted his ex-girlfriend / baby mama. Posted a video of Stacy assaulting her at her home in front of their son, who's only 5 months old. Said has the video.
All right, I will say a parental guidance or like a warning, because this is a very, very bad video. So if you have any sort of aversion to seeing violence against women, you definitely should pause for about 30 seconds because this is extremely,
Things are way different now.
Oh my God.
Just another angle. This is a video from their home video recording. She released today on her Instagram. Christine Evans.
Now I do not. Please, please, please.
You thought that was okay? And then you're going to ruin relationships and talking about I'm destructive?
Listen.
Listen, bitch.
Oh my God.
Please.
I love you, Coops.
Oh my God.
What was the last thing he said?
Her name is Christine Evans. She actually posted that today on her Instagram earlier, and she believes his friends or hiding them. So he's literally running from the authorities. So she's actually put out his car. He drives a Kia Optima. It's like a 2021 or 2020 version, and she's asking for anyone who sees him to contact the local authorities. He actually played for Vanderbilt before being drafted into the NFL. I'm trying to find a picture of him so people can actually see his face and connect with who he actually is. But yeah, he's a
man. I just can't believe like a man would actually do that to a woman. You hear it all the time, but to see it, just what would make a man do that? You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot hit women like that. You can't beat women. I mean, and that was a beating. That was horrible.
Yeah. Like he treated her like WWE, like for real, and like we know, like WWE got breakaway furniture and stuff that's already timed to break. Like this is your real. He threw her into the TV. TV tipped over and fell onto her again. He slammed her into a coffee table. Like what?
He's got to have some mental issues to do something like that, though. I mean, dude is definitely going to be thrown under the jail for what he did. And let's be clear, it's because she was a white lady too, right? Oh
yeah, I meant to get a picture of them, but yeah, this.
Oh yeah, you know they're about to give it to him. They definitely getting ready. He's getting ready to be thrown under the jail for that.
Yeah,
but he needs to be, and it doesn't matter what race that she is. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that because she's a woman, he needs to go. He needs to be locked up for that, for real. He really seriously.
The fact that he like you have a position of dominance, like obviously like you play professional football, so you in shape, you lift weights all the time. This is like probably like 5'5", 125 pounds, and you throwing her around like a rag doll because you can. Like do that to somebody else. Do that to somebody who's your size. Do that to them NFL linemen. But now you don't have to do that in prison because when they find you, bro, they gonna be after you just because you did that to a woman.
Man, that is sad. We're gonna follow this story. Shouts out to everybody leaving the comments. Let's see. Brandon said Z Stacy is on the run too, isn't he? Yep, he's on the run. Annette said he's going down. Crystal said, I'm a victim of domestic violence. I'm sorry, domestic abuse. My former husband can't manage his anger. It's horrible.
A lot of women have that story where the men haven't learned how to kind of channel what their issues or their frustration is any way other than being physical, and that maybe that's a conversation that we have too. Because I think.
And it wasn't his first time. Just like Crystal said, that was not his first time that he's done that before.
Yeah.
You know
it never is. That's the thing. But then the other thing too, and like I know a lot of times, like we always say, well, won't you just leave? Like, won't you why would you stay somewhat like nah, I'm done after the first time. But I think we too need to kind of have some grace in a lot of these situations because a lot of these women or whoever the spouse is we don't know what their issue is for continuing in the relationship. Like we don't know why they stay. We don't know because it could be financial. It could be because of children. It could be because they have nowhere else to go. Like I think as we kind of deal with this thing, we just need to have a lot of kind of empathy for people kind of going through that situation because we don't know what the situation is.
Right, but she didn't even fight back though. You know, she was like, "Gosh, why are you doing this, Zach? Why?" Like she sounded more apologetic, you know, than he was. You know. Yeah. It's just horrible. Real sad. Leave your comments, everybody. Mad Live Podcast. Let's switch gears. You know, one of my favorite singers, and this girl can blow, Adele. She is such an amazing vocalist. This past Sunday on CBS, they aired a special dubbed One Night Only. It was a 2-hour TV special. They centered on an Adele concert, and it was intercut with interviews with Oprah Winfrey. And she talked about her recent weight loss, her divorce, her son, her music. It was just shot beautifully. I don't know if we can show it because we might get flagged. Are we going to get flagged? Do you have a clip set? But I mean, it was really good. It was a good show. I was like glued to the TV, and she looks amazing.
She does look good. She lost a lot of weight.
Yes.
Hello.
You know we ride with Adele. Did you like her new song too? She has a real nice song out.
You know, I'm not really a fan of Adele.
Really?
She can sing, but I'm just not a fan. I don't know. I'm real particular about my music when it comes to soul and that sort of thing. But
but if you get into her, like, just her voice is just immaculate.
Oh,
it's
she
amazing.
sings.
And yeah, this girl sings, and I think that her music transcends too, because
like she's like this generation's kind of like Celine Dion to me.
Well, they play her on R&B stations. They play her on pop stations.
That's what I'm saying.
So they play her on all radio stations, no matter like what radio station you're going to hear Adele, and then they play the hell out of her music too.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't flag us because we got the courtesy in that we giving them credit for playing y'all video. So don't shut our podcast down.
Please don't shut the
Harpo and
podcast.
CBS and ET.
Excuse me. Hey, in other news, Kanye and Drake have finally ended their beef. The news was confirmed by both artists on social media. Kanye posted a photo posted up with Drake and Jay Prince. Benefit concert for Larry Hoover brought them together. Meanwhile, Drake posted footage of Dave Chappelle inside his crib discussing the monumental moment. Drizzy also posted footage of them hanging out in the dark room. This is it's big right now, but Drake still has a lot to worry about from that Travis Scott tour because, he was the opening. Well, he performed at the Travis Scott tour, so people are actually gunning for him too. Yeah. As far as lawsuit, like when so many big, was that just him with those thigh-high boots on?
I was trying to
say, what the hell was that?
I don't even know.
Because it looked like Drake, but I don't think Drake would do that. Let me see that again.
I don't even know where that came from. Oh, no, that ain't Drake.
But she was pounding the pavement, baby. She was pounding the pavement. Yeah, Crystal, I love the new song too. All right, so in other news, Queen Sugar Ava DuVernay announced this week that the critically acclaimed drama Queen Sugar is actually going to end. They're going to conclude with its 7th season next year. Writing on the final season has commenced, and production will actually begin early 2022 in New Orleans. Have you watched Queen Sugar lately?
Actually, I never had, so I'm kind of binging a little bit. So okay. I think I'm on like one of the first or second seasons of it because it ain't really been my thing. Whatever. Like one of my homies called Queen Sugar Good Times Louisiana Edition. But yeah, like it's actually a dope show. That I kind of watch. It's not yet like something like that I always make sure I watch every Tuesday when it comes on or whatever. But it's one of those things that like when I don't have anything to watch, it is DVR because it's a black show. So we make sure we can see something. But yeah, I know folks sad. Everybody mad though.
Yeah, I mean, Queen Sugar's good. I haven't really been with it this season right here, but it's such a compelling show. I think the way that it's filmed cinematography-wise is beautiful. All the actors look good. It's just such a great show, and it's well written and well acted. That's why I love that show. Aunt Vi, and Aunt Vi looks like she could just cook. Like her pies, I just want some pie from Aunt Vi. Like
she makes some good macaroni.
Yeah,
Blackish is heading into their final season too.
Yep, they sure are.
It's another. Insecure is this the last. I haven't watched any of Insecure, any of this season, at all. Is it bad?
Well, that's what I was going to talk about. That was going to be my pick for this week. But I'm going to say that.
Well, we can hold it.
Yeah, we can hold it. I'll hold it so I can talk about Insecure. But anyway, yes, it's a good show. You got to watch it. You got to watch Insecure. Hey, in other news, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says he's looking to fill the role of legendary spy James Bond. Do you all think he would be a good James Bond? I don't know. I can see it.
The Rock.
I just think that James Bond. I know Idris said that he wasn't going to do the role, but I think James Bond needs to have a British accent. That's it. That's why I was really hoping that Idris was going to be the new James Bond, because I was like, yo, we're going to have a black James Bond. I've watched every James Bond film. My dad put me onto it. He used to love James Bond. So could I see James Bond, The Rock as James Bond? I just think that he needs to have a British accent if he does it. But there's two other actors that are in the actually in the contending role right now: Henry Cavill and George McKay. They're both allegedly being looked at for the role. Of course, we're going to keep you updated. But I started watching the latest James Bond film the other night, and it's good. No Time to Die said. That's
what this James Bond, right? He's the new James Bond.
Yeah, man, it's so good.
That's Pierce Brosnan. He's about 3 James Bonds ago, ain't
he? Yeah. No, he was the last one before Daniel Craig.
Okay.
And he did good because I like Die Another Day with him and Halle Berry.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah. So with that being said, it's time to talk about everything that's reality TV, and we got a lot to talk about. So without further ado, here's Reality Recap with Shorty. What's up, brother?
Yo, what's going on, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So what's going on, fellas?
Man, same old, trying to get through this show and trying to see what everybody mad about. What's popping with you, man?
Man, I looked outside. Y'all know I'm in Detroit. It's snowing. So
it's snowing up there?
Yeah, I just looked out the window.
Dang. What you got?
Ruin my day.
But other than that, life is good. I can't complain. I'm here on this side of the dirt. So hey, life is good.
I hear you, bro. You got a nice Thanksgiving planned or what?
I'm probably just gonna lay low, go grab a few plates. I ain't gonna stay too long. I might do a few visits, but I ain't gonna stay long,
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
Same with me, bro. Same with me. Well, let's go ahead and kick everything off, man. What's the deal with Kenya Moore? They say that Kenya Moore, she's talking about the housewives and saying that a certain housewife needs to come back. What's your thoughts on this?
So here's my thing. So we know we got the new cast lined up for this new season of Housewives of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. We do know that Cynthia is leaving. We do know that Portia is leaving. But who is coming back? We got Marlo. Marlo finally got a peach. We got Kenya, Sheree, and a few other girls. Sadora got a peach. A few other girls. But mainly, the main castmates we're talking about is Marlo, Sheree, and the exit of Cynthia and Portia. Mm-hmm. Now, Kenya says that she was privy to knowing that Cynthia was probably going to leave and that Portia was going to leave. One, Portia was going to leave because she had scandal with, finding her new fiance. Mm-hmm. So she didn't want to deal with that on the Housewives of Atlanta show. She got her own spinoff. So why not do it there? So that explains Portia leaving. Now, Cynthia, on the other hand, Cynthia did 11 years. She did a good run. She's been married twice on the show, divorced once on the show. So at this moment, Cynthia just bows out gracefully, which is good for her. Mm-hmm. So Kenya's just saying, she wished the ladies well. And on that note, she does leave us on a cliffhanger saying that she does think this is the opportunity and the opportune time for Nene to come back.
What? Wait. Kenya Moore said that she wants Nene to come back?
Exactly. I was kind of thrown back too. But here's my thing about it, and here's why I think she said that. Because her and Marlo really don't get along. Uh-huh. And Marlo done got a peach. Kenya got a peach. Hands down, I'm team Marlo. Marlo socks it to Kenya. I'm sorry, y'all might disagree. But I think Kenya feel like I'm not gonna be able to handle Marlo. We're vying for the top peach spot. Let's bring Nene back because Nene's shade I can handle. Uh-huh. I really can't handle Marlo. Yeah. So it's gonna be exciting to see these two women on the new season coming up. So I'm excited to see about it, and I'm definitely gonna fill y'all in on what's going on. So yeah, shout out to the new season. No, Nene is over, and I feel like Nene is at a point where she just lost her husband. Let her deal with that. Like reality TV, not right now.
Even before she lost her husband, she burned her bridge. Because that mouth of hers got her gone and blacklisted a little places. So I think people feel sorry for her because she lost Greg, but at the same time, she did burn a lot of bridges.
I think at this moment for Nene should just sit down and humble herself in this moment, and then come back with a book. You can be a #1 bestseller, right? Write a book,
right?
But
not come back at all. Who says you have to come back? Just live your life.
Yeah, live your life. But the world need Nene.
I don't like Nene going on 60.
I mean, but shout out to Nene.
I mean, Nene, she is like, what? Am I lying? Nene Nene's good in her middle 50s. Like, go ahead and buy out gracefully.
Let her be great.
Karen Huger too. Like, go ahead and sit down. Like y'all can sit down. It's other people that we can enjoy looking at.
True. I'll give you that. I give you that.
Okay, so what's the deal about Phaedra Parks? I hear she's been in the press doing some rounds and stuff, talking about if she would come back to the Housewives.
So Phaedra said, I'm done. I'm over it. And here's why. Phaedra said, I have had 2 kids on the show. I had a divorce on the show. I've had scandal. I've had drama. I've had my issues. I've done everything that the reality show package calls for. Mm-hmm. In my 8 years, I've done it. And to her benefit, she has. She has 2 little boys, and she's saying right now, reality TV brings its own issues that stops me from being a great parent. Mm-hmm. And I feel her. She got 2 black boys. And, Phaedra is about the immaculate side of things, the upper echelon of things. So I feel her wanting to focus on her 2 black kings. Mm-hmm. So shout out to Phaedra. Like, everything, reality, it has its run. It has its peak and its low. It's best to find out where you are in that spectrum and make your decision. Sometimes it's just best to bow out and do what you have to do. Like, taking care of kids is a good excuse to not be on TV, airing your dirt, crying, and getting into it with girls who ain't helping you raise your boys.
This is what I think. I think that Phaedra's not coming back because of her beef with Kandi, and I think that Candy's not going to film the Housewives if they bring Phaedra back. So that's why Phaedra's like, okay, like, it's clear. I'm cool with Andy. I'm still cool with Bravo. And yeah, you're going to see me on the Housewives, girls trips and all this kind of stuff. But I'm not going to come back because she can't film with Kandi, because if she does, they're going to be bumping heads because she did. That was slander that she did for Kandi. You know what I'm saying?
And then too, not only that, to me, and this is just my personal opinion, being a fan of the show, Phaedra really didn't mesh well to me. Like, she was kind of too upper echelon, black bougie, and sometimes it was just over the top. I didn't know how to take her, and I don't think she really found her niche to fit in with that cast. Mm-hmm. If that makes sense. So I think it's, girl, you got 2 kids, raise them to the fullest, get your paper. She's a mortician, she's a lawyer, mm-hmm. She got all this going on. So Phaedra is good. Phaedra said, "Don't worry about me, I'm fine."
She really is. Betty said what age got to do with it?
No, well, I'm saying she's about to age out of being a housewife. Nene.
No, she's not. Because you got over in Potomac, you got the Grand Dame.
You got one.
And she's the best one on the show. So what age got to do with it?
Age ain't got nothing to do with it, but I'm saying Nene can just sit on down.
He just don't want to see Nene. Let's just say that. Let's call a spade a spade. Is everybody mad?
Phaedra said the same thing. She said, "Hold up, 60 is my wheelhouse too." But I'm not being ageist. I'm not being ageist. I'm not.
It sounds like it though.
It's ageist.
No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. Said
it's anti-Nene.
Yeah, no, he's just anti-Nene. Shorty, what's going on with the Real Housewives of Potomac? The reunion is still going down, part 2. I heard that Candace and Ashley got into it, and Candace got into it with everybody. What's going on?
Because y'all already know Candace is like a little chihuahua. Everybody is her target. Like, to me, Candace is good at playing the victim. Mm-hmm. She throws stones from a glass house and can't take it when those stones are thrown back and her house begins to clash. Like, some battles you have to know when to fight them, and she don't know when to pick and fight her battles. Mm-hmm. And that was this big thing with the colorism thing. Like, Ashley said that she had nappy hair. Candace said that Ashley is being controlled by her husband, which is like her white slave master or whatever. But the thing is, both of y'all married to a white man. At the end of the day. So, in the colorism thing, I think that came back into play because Wendy brought that up last season and nobody really took hold to it. Mm-hmm. So on this last episode of the reunion, colorism got thrown back out there. And Ashley said that she wanted to clear it up right now. I don't believe there's no colorism on the show.
No, I don't think so either.
And for Wendy to hold on to that, because if you notice on the episode, she said, "Well, yeah, how do you feel about colorism in this circle?" girl, why did you bring that back? Because nobody even agreed to say that it was colorism within a circle, even when you said it last season, and then nobody took the bait this season. You have an issue with colorism. That's what I believe. I believe that Wendy is cloaked in fake confidence, and she got
to Wendy and Candace, like both of them, they are friends. So like obviously, like they like if anybody's going to believe in colorism, it's going to be the two friends that are there, which them two are friends, and then you have the other light-skinned girls, them two are friends, or whatever. So like you can see how you can have different dynamics and that sort of thing because you got some differences of actually who you hang around. Like who you hang around typically going to feed into whatever energy that you're already popping off.
True, exactly. But in the same tone of colorism and being on the show, if you remember the first 2 seasons, they had 3 dark-skinned girls.
Oh, I don't remember because I
yeah. Oh yeah, they sure did have the.
They had 3 dark-skinned girls, and colorism never came into play. Ashley's always been on the show. Giselle's always been on the show. Robin's always been there, and Karen's been there. Those are 4 light-skinned girls with 3 other dark-skinned girls, and colorism has never came into play until Wendy got in the scene.
No, I think they can't, in my opinion, because I did see that episode that we're talking about, the reunion show. I think that Candace just brought it up just to have something to bring up. You know what I mean? Just to deflect from what's really going on. I don't think that there is colorism on the show, though. You know what I'm saying? And if anybody would have a problem with it, it would be the darkest one on the show. But she didn't really have anything to say on it.
Nobody took the bait. Nobody took the bait because nobody on the cast sees that it's a colorism issue. Only, in my perspective, I think only Wendy tried to make colorism an issue between the group because she's the only one that keeps bringing it up the way she keeps bringing it up.
So, Candace went at it with Mia too, right?
Candace went at it with Mia. Candace just feels like she can come at anybody, and Mia just feel like, I'm the wrong one. Like, you really don't know me. This is my first season. And Candace has dug deep. She has thrown daggers. And Mia is just like, I'm not the one for that. I don't give that type of energy. I don't exude that type of energy. So don't try to throw that energy on me. So it's the whole thing that Candace just don't know which battles to pick. Now, y'all know I always say, throw Monique back on the show. And let's see how quiet Candace get. Because nobody there is really going to put Candace in her place the way she needs to be put in her place. And I'm not saying violence, bring Monique back so she can drag her again. but Candace needs to be re-humbled. Like, there's nobody there to knock her off the pedestal that she owns.
Okay, so changing. I heard that Lucifer is about to get married to a pastor.
Shout out to Shani.
Get married to a pastor. I call her Lucifer.
First Lady Shani. Shani is engaged.
Let's actually play the video of the actual proposal because this proposal is old, but they just now released the video.
They just now released it. Sure.
And we say that we love each other, and so you'll say you love me, I'll say I love you, and then we go into this little banter about who loves each other the most. And so I thought today that on 11/11, at 11/11. I would do something to make you know that I love you more than you love me. So when you love somebody as much as I love you, there's only one thing left to do. That is to ask you, would you marry me and be home?
Oh my God! Babe, yes! You did so good! Oh my God! Oh my God!
You was a hater, Kenya.
I feel the same way you feel about Shawnee, like how you feel about Nene. How you feel about Nene? I feel the same way about Shawnee. I don't like Shawnee. I don't like Shawnee.
I mean, I really don't like her either.
What's your take, Shorty?
So Shawnee
is her pastor. Actually, like this is funny. And this is not even related to anything else, but just simply the pastor, Pastor Henderson. He actually has a church in Houston. And he was married to a wonderful lady named, I forgot her name, but it was Lady Sean, something like that. And we had booked them to to be a guest speakers at our marriage brunch for our church. So I guess it's not really a funny story because they were going to speak at our marriage brunch and they're no longer married. Now he's engaged to Shawnee.
Well, maybe y'all can have Shawnee come.
Pastor Keon and Shawnee O'Neal will give you some marriage advice. That's what it is. That's what the
do. So after 2 years of dating, he proposed. It was a dope proposal because I guess when Shaq proposed, Shaq didn't get on one knee. She said she didn't have that kind of engagement. Shaq did it like, girl, we're gonna get married or what? Right. But it was special, for Shawnee, like to be engaged that way, get on the one knee and give the whole sweet words and all of that. It was major dope. So yeah, after 2 years of dating, and if you want to know about the ring, it was 4.22 carats, diamond cut and other little designs and trinkets. So dope ring, dope engagement. I'm sure the wedding is gonna be fabulous. Shawnee, if you're listening, can I please get an invite? Thank you. But yeah, so shout out to Black Love. This is what Black Love looks like. It might not last with the person you think it's gonna last with, but don't give up on love. It's out there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's this? So speaking about love and couples and all this stuff, Stevie J, Faith Evans, what's the latest going on with
they going in the opposite direction.
Said you got some footage.
They going in the opposite direction. Actually, yeah, let's play some of the footage, because part of the story is actually surprising a lot of us because part of the story is that Stevie J filed for the divorce, and now we're finding out part of the reason
why.
This is footage from Tasha K, a podcaster or YouTuber. I don't know which one she considers herself.
Please, I hate you.
Can we lie?
I hate you.
Let's go. We lie. Let's go.
Shit.
Too. I ain't going nowhere. Too. I hate you too.
Good.
But we in the business.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
You is in my own house, bitch. You bitch. You bitch.
Oh. I can't believe everything. I'm trying to. I can't keep up.
I heard you.
So you happy about it? Huh? You are? That's what you like to do? How can you disrespect me, though? I don't do nothing to you. All I do is love you. And you do that to me? How can you do that to me? But how can you do it to me, though? But how can you do that to me? How can you
don't touch me. Don't touch me. Get your hand off me. Get your hands off me. Get your hand off of me. Get your hand off of me, please. Get your hands off of me.
I'm asking.
Please.
Somebody on me.
She watches son every day. Ain't that your stepchild?
You can do whatever. You can sing on.
She watching Baby Bella every day.
Jesus, go somewhere.
No, I ain't going
out of here. Here you go with your dumb shit.
Right.
Grow the fuck up. This is what I don't want to be bothered with. Get the fuck out.
Ooh, Faith.
Okay, so here's my thing with that. Y'all do know Faith got arrested for domestic violence against Stevie J. So don't be fooled. Faith can hold her own. It's clearly evident she's been arrested for domestic violence against Stevie J. However, I know the film was a little fuzzy and the audio was probably a little shaky, but the moral to that story was Stevie J has allegedly caught Faith Evans in the act of having sex with another man or found some hardcore evidence of her cheating. Now, I don't condone cheating. I'm just a little disappointed because I really thought that the shoe would have been on the other foot. I didn't really think Faith would be the one to step out and then to get caught. So I don't really
women are usually better at concealing it than men are.
Well, in this instant, not so. But I just feel like, but like I said last week though, if you weren't married coming into the reality world, you can't get married and expect your marriage to last if it happened in reality world. Like, come on, do y'all know any marriages that's sustained except for Candy and Todd?
But I wouldn't even call them a reality. Well, Stevie and Faith, I would just call them like a marriage of proximity. Like we've been around the same people. We know each other. We cool. Like I know you. We know you. So like it's a comfort.
But it's still,
sort of level. But
still,
like, yeah, I wouldn't even compare them to like an actual reality relationship. In my
but I guess what I'm saying is for it to be a spinoff from Stevie J's world. Like Faith been on a couple episodes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's met with Mimi. I don't know how her and Jocelyn get along, but when you come from that type of baggage and background, Faith, you should have did your homework. You should have watched seasons 1, 2, and 3. And then like should I marry him in season 8, girl? No.
Right.
And then you know, Faith ain't perfect. Faith, she beat the hell out of Lil Kim, allegedly. I love Lil Kim, but girl, like it's out there. Y'all had a big fight. So Faith hands ain't always clean. I ain't gonna say she's a serial cheater, but you now there's evidence that you will cheat. So I mean, so for Stevie J, like hell, do what you gotta do. If she ain't right, then y'all ain't right.
That's real. I agree with you. Real talk. Let's be clear too. Faith gets down and dirty with them. She's a booze and blunts type of chick. You know.
Thank you. When LL Cool J said "girl from around the way," it was Faith's picture next to the dictionary.
Definitely. She's definitely an around the way fillet. Like that's what they used to say back in the day. But yeah, it's
around the way fillet.
That's what they used to say back in the day. Say you remember that back in the day they used to say stuff like that.
No, I really don't.
So Faith is about that life. And she done been married and divorced 100 times. So this ain't a new path for her. Divorce, sign a paper. You know, but I do wish them well. Like Faith, like we need some R&B music, girl. Take this experience and please write about it. You know, take your time, ease into love. Like I feel like y'all rushed it. Y'all was friends, true enough, back in the day when Biggie was alive. But then y'all met back up and then
messing around then too. That's why I made this so like such an easy transition.
Yeah, a nice little
shot, but not Faith.
Why? But it's so funny. Why is Crystal saying everything that I'm thinking in my head? So Crystal just said she believes that Candy and Todd have an open relationship. Of course they do, Crystal.
I believe that. I definitely believe that.
Yeah, they go out and they swing. That's what they do. That's what they do, allegedly. Shorty, man, it's always a pleasure having you on the show, brother. We want you to have a safe and blessed Thanksgiving. Tell everybody how they can holler at you, man.
Yo, you can always find me on Instagram at Echo Prince. That is spelled ECHOPRINCE. I'm there all the time, anytime, minding my business and a little bit of somebody else's.
There it is, brother. Well, look, man, you stay blessed, and we'll definitely talk to you in December, all right?
For sure. I will see y'all. Have a good holiday.
All right, man. You too. Awesome. Yeah, we didn't. You know what? We should have talked about this with Shorty too. Was Keyshia Cole's father passed? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I meant to put that on there. I had it ready, but I heard about it. This is her biological father, not the. Or no, this is the father that she grew up with, not the biological father that she met 5 years ago, right?
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, just our prayers and condolences are with Keyshia Cole. You know, her mom, Frankie, just recently passed too. So we know that it's been difficult for her. He actually passed away from COVID. So again, our prayers and condolences are with Keyshia Cole's family and friends. Keeping it moving on a lighter note. Well, no, this isn't on a lighter note too. But I mean, I'm glad that the makers of Black Panther are doing this right here, but Marvel is standing firm on this decision not to recast the T'Challa character with another actor following Chadwick Boseman's death. They said that they feel like so much of T'Challa in the Marvel universe on the screen is tied to Chadwick's performance, and that's very true. Like, you cannot replace him at all. So I'm glad that they're standing firm on that. And they're saying, no, we're not going to recast his character at all. They'll probably kill the character off. I hear that the sister is supposed to be playing the lead. Maybe the other guy. What's the big guy? I forgot his name in Black Panther.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But this is the vice president when he was on Van's podcast.
You see T'Challa in our... I'm not hedging my bets. I'm being quite honest. T'Challa is... You will not see T'Challa in the MCU.
That's it.
616 universe. we couldn't do it. I mean, I will say when Chad passed, it was a real conversation we had with Coogler about what do we do, and it was a fast conversation. It wasn't weeks, it was minutes of we have to figure out how to move this franchise on without that character, because I think we all feel so much of T'Challa in the MCU on the screen, not in comics, right? Is tied to Chadwick's performance. Is what he brought to that role, both on and off screen, I would argue. So as hard as it is narratively to figure out what to do, because it's a big hole, at no point did we consider recasting.
Mm-hmm.
So the challenge for Black Panther Wakanda Forever is telling a story without T'Challa. And I think it's a challenge to work out.
Real good point. I felt like he made a real good point. So I'm excited to see how the new Black Panther film is going to come out.
Yeah, I am too.
You know,
it's not going to be an all-black cast.
Yeah,
I have seen some of the kind of behind-the-scene pictures that people have been posting, and everybody ain't black. There's some of that screen, but I guess that's fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we don't have any problem with that. And you know, Chris Tucker is discussing why he didn't reprise his role as Smokey in the Friday franchise. This actually came out this week. He said he didn't want to represent the 420 culture, you know, being a stoner and everything. This revelation comes a few months after Chris Tucker revealed that he only made $10,000 off the film, though he was still glad to be a part of it. And you know, that's such a cult film. He's like, yo, like, I just didn't want to represent that. And I remember one of my homeboys used to run real tight with Chris, and he was telling me that back in the day too. So I think people in the industry knew exactly why, you know, he had kind of changed over a new leaf. And then remember, he started doing the Rush Hour films too. Yeah. So how are you going to go from $10,000 a film, you know, I'm sorry, you're making millions of dollars with Rush Hour, then to go back to like, you know, small change, like to do a Friday film. So that's what I think.
Yeah, definitely for the cult. But the other thing too is that like if he kept doing Friday movies and that sort of thing, I think then you start to be in a certain vein and that sort of thing. So like you can't. So it doesn't open you up to do stuff like Rush Hour and some of the other films that he did.
Fifth Element.
Right, to be on that. So I think at the end of the day, I think it probably hurt a lot of us. But at the end of the day, I'm like, it was probably a better move for him to say like, you know, like this gonna be it, because that like like, you know, Cheech and Chung, like they 60, 70, 80 years old, and like we still look at them as stoners, like after the point or whatever. And then like it's a certain kind of, especially like if you're kind of going in that manner where Chris is, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want everybody thinking you the weed head.
That's true. That's a real good point. Hey, say, you remember Chico Debarge?
No guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Chico is back in trouble. He's actually facing more drug-related legal issues. Don't know if you heard about this or not, but he was actually arrested for drug possession earlier this month. Specifically, he was busted for crystal meth. This isn't the first time that Chico has faced drug-related legal issues. Back in January, he was arrested for drug possession and false impersonation after being pulled over out in California. Chico was also caught with meth back in 2019 and faced similar charges in 2007. It's also
a tough spell. Like his son died too. A couple years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, I was going to talk about his son, but it's also worth pointing out that he also served time for drug trafficking back in the late 1980s as well. And you know, it's really sad. I feel like the Debarge family has such a tragic life with, you know, all of the members. You know, like a lot of them have done drugs, and you know, things just really didn't work out well for the Debarge family. But his son died at the age of 35 years old. His son was murdered out in LA, and he was described as being homeless at the time of his death. It's really sad, and it's really unfortunate. Yeah, Chico really Debarge. So yeah, we're definitely going to keep him in prayer, man. Hopefully he can get on the straight and narrow with what's going on in his life. Another RIP shout out that we want to talk about, that a lot of the mainstream news outlets aren't talking about this, but of course we here at the Everybody Mad podcast, we're going to talk about it. Monsters Ball actor. Remember Monsters Ball, right? With Halle Berry? With Billy Bob Thornton and Halle Berry. Remember the little chubby kid that played Halle Berry's son?
Yeah.
The little chubby kid, he died.
Oh, wow.
He died. His name is Kananji Calhoun. He actually passed away. He died due to congestive heart failure and lung problems. While the news of his death just started really making headlines, his mom actually revealed that he died back in October. He died October 13th. It's really sad. It's really unfortunate. Monsters Ball was actually his only film that he did. You can see him right there as a grown man. Halle Berry once revealed that she struggled in the scene in Monsters Ball where she had to talk about him because, you know, she was like, you know, you're fat. You know, she was abusing him. He was only 10 years old at the time, but she had a hard time doing that because, you know, he was overweight. And he was saying, well, you know, Halle Berry was saying, well, you know, everything I do is not real. I really think you're a wonderful person. The little kid at the time, he was 10 years old. He said, well, whatever you do to me, Halle Berry, it isn't going to be as worse as what the kids are doing to me in school. He was definitely chastised and bullied for the way that he looked as a child, being overweight. I think that's
crazy. And then like to have a death that's related to being overweight.
Yeah, and I identified with him, you know, just kind of watching it because I remember I used to try to sneak candy too when I was a kid, and I remember when Halle Berry was like, you know, you're fat ass, you eating all this stuff. My mom didn't call me no fat ass or anything.
I was about to say don't start lying. I know your mom.
No, I would never do that. But I remember my mom would be like, you know, you can't be hiding candy. I would be hiding candy and stuff like that, trying to eat stuff. So it just kind of resonated with me. But it's really sad. It's really unfortunate. So if you all haven't watched Monsters Ball, definitely watch it. You'll see the kid that we're talking about. But R.I.P. to Kananji Calhoun. Prayers are with his family.
We forgot to do the story about the comedy show Karen.
Oh, yeah. How did I skip that? Okay, let's do that.
Even know. So that can be our viral video of the week then. So that'll just be our viral video of the week. So you can introduce it.
Okay, so what's the comedian's name said? Affion?
Affion Crockett.
Yeah, Affion Crockett. Okay, so he was doing a comedy show, and his show was interrupted by a Karen. We have the clip.
Yo, what the fuck it is? You gotta ingest this. What's the problem? What's the problem? Huh? What's the problem? I want to know what the fuck she had to ask me. Goddamn compelling as fuck. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? We know you're a woman. We can tell. Good. How? How am I insulting people by talking about sexual matters between adults? I'm talking about consenting adults here. I have sex with women. So me being up here describing my life is insulting to you? Then how do you speak for the whole crowd and tell me that I'm insulting them? Is anybody insulting? Sounds like a resounding yes over here. A resounding agreement.
Well, first of all, we'll give her the right to jump up on stage and interrupt the comedy show. Like, again, that is a Karen. What gives you the right to just interrupt a show like that? Come on.
Privilege. Like, who are you? Like the fact that she just alone, like, oh, I'm going to put a stop to this because I feel like, what was you doing? Like, while the joke was commencing, was you going around polling the audience? Like, what y'all think about this joke? Y'all don't like it? All right, well, I'm about to go on the stage and shut it. Like, what is going on for your drunk mayonnaise mind to where like you feel like you need to go on stage and try and speak for the crowd? That's my thing with this whole thing with the cancel culture is that like it's okay for you to do anything that you want to do that doesn't harm anybody else. But like we always feel like we gotta have a bandwagon and like to get a coalition of people to also do and get outraged about something that outrages us. And that these Karens, man, I would have laughed all in her face, but I also would have been a lot more strong-armed with getting her off the stage because like like they was just asking her like a little 2-year-old. Could you?
Right, that would have been like security.
A black comedy club, like she would have been standing on that stage that long.
Oh yeah, you already know that. That was wild right there. Sid, what you been watching this week, man?
Nothing actually. I've been working.
Then how are we supposed to do the segment?
I told you I was busy. I wasn't prepared for today.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been watching Insecure. People, you got to watch Insecure. They're in their last and final season. It's amazing.
I heard it's not as good this season.
It's a slow build up. It's a slow build up. But if you're a fan of Insecure, you'll definitely love the show. I'm excited to see how it's going to end up. But it's really good. It's everything that's young Black LA. It's something that I think everybody can identify with just the characters. It's just a super dope show. So if you haven't seen Insecure, which I'm sure you have, Marnita, you with me on that? I know you love it. Insecure is so good, and it's hilarious too.
Yeah, I've been watching the court TV. That's what our TV been on since the last trial. Hopefully we will find out what's going on. Actually, Versus is tonight, and actually we are the opening act for Versus because it's on right now. So when y'all finish with us, maybe I should host a Versus from this channel after we finish the podcast. But yeah, Stephanie Mills and Shaka Khan.
Really?
Tonight.
Wow.
So maybe that'll be what I'm watching.
All over. I remember I saw Stephanie Mills in The Wiz when I was a kid, man. Like Stephanie Mills, I used to love Stephanie Mills.
Not watch The Wiz. It's so many Black shows I haven't watched.
You've never seen The Wiz, Sid?
Not all the way through.
What? Dude, you just lost your black card. It is officially revoked.
Forget a black card.
Your black card is revoked. Who? I cannot believe you haven't seen The Wiz.
You know how? Like I don't just do a lot of black stuff. From like I don't even know why. But movies never really was my thing because movies I would go to sleep. So like I was never a big movie kid growing up. Like when my mom would take me to the movies, I'll be asleep halfway through. So like a lot of movies that I maybe went to, don't remember them. And then I'm not a type of person who goes to see a movie twice. So a lot of stuff I never even tried to watch. And then some stuff like Color Purple and Roots and things like that, where I know the content and some of the scenes and stuff like that, I feel uneasy about it. So like those to me, like those are not black exploitation, but like to me, those are like black struggle films is what I call them. Like I don't like seeing black people struggling like that, like them slave type films and all them kind of like turn of age type of stuff.
But ain't nobody struggling in The Wiz. But then you went to go see The Players Club.
I ain't go see The Players Club.
And you see The Players Club.
That was definitely bootleg. That was definitely bootleg.
Said can recite every line in The Players Club like it ain't
because at
nothing.
some point you just got to be ratchet. Because you're only going to make enough money to buy you a Honda Civic.
Right. Look, Sandra said, "Who are you tonight?" Said, "Right." It's like, is this a clone? The hell?
I don't watch all that stuff, but yeah, I'm trying to get better. That's why we have this segment called "What You Watching," so I can get some things to make sure that I am watching.
So said. The assignment for this week and the holiday is to make sure that you at least watch The Wiz.
I could do The Wiz. I could do The Wiz all the way through. Yeah, we can ease on down the road. I can ease on down the road and watch.
Please watch it. And then it's. I love that it has that whole Thanksgiving feel, like when it opens up, and I have to watch The Wiz every holiday. Like I just love watching The Wiz. Especially
what's your favorite holiday movie?
A Christmas Story with Ralphie and the BB gun.
I actually haven't watched that in about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I like.
I might watch it this year.
And I do like, and I know y'all are gonna laugh, but I do like the Charlie Brown Christmas special. It's just certain stuff that kind of reminds me of my childhood.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
I like the music. Like when I hear it, it just kind of like I put it on while I'm decorating. It just kind of gets me in a festive mood.
See, I don't even decorate.
Really?
I don't even do a lot of stuff. I don't even do. I think that's partly because I just been working like holidays are like a work season, and now this is the first time that I won't be working on because radio was really, really busy because you got a lot of parties going on and stuff like that. So I was always working during holidays for radio, always working for holidays at the church because we got 37 services. So I'm always out doing stuff there, but I'm not doing either of those. So I actually might have a actual Christmas where I can actually act like Christmas.
Yeah. Well, you see, they're trying to push it. They're trying to push the holidays on us this year for real. They've been.
I know Christmas is already out.
Yes, they've been promoting Christmas for the past couple of weeks now. It's like, damn, they're trying to make sure they get everybody's dollar this year.
They got to get that bread. They keep talking about inflation, but people's out there spending money. Like we complaining about the gas prices, we complaining about how much groceries is, but did we stop buying either one of those things?
Nope.
Because we gotta go where we need to go, and we still want to eat what we like to eat. That's what we do.
That's what we do. Showing up.
Thanks for joining us right here on the Everybody Mad the Live podcast. Thank you for the reality recap for Shorty, sticking around for being a part of this, and thank you for joining in on this show and all the comments that we see down below, because that helps us out and that helps share the show. And we have all those audiences who also want to participate in some of the things. So we definitely want to shout out everyone who was a part of the conversation today on Everybody Mad. So we won't see you next Thursday because that is Thanksgiving, but we're thankful for you. I'm Said Lover everywhere, so you can follow me there until we see you next time. What, December? Yeah.
December, that'll be my birthday.
That's almost your birthday.
Yeah, December 3rd.
Oh, it's on. No, is it? No, it's the 2nd.
Oh yeah, my birthday's on a Friday. My bad.
Yeah. Yep. So like it'll be your pre-birthday edition of the Everybody Mad. Are you game for that?
I mean, we got a special guest coming in or what?
It's your birthday.
Well, I mean,
I wasn't planning for your birthday.
Send me some gift cards or something.
Like we'll slap your Cash App on the sign or something like that.
I made money last year off that too.
Oh, did you?
Okay. Yeah, $20. But look, it was something.
It was something. It's the thought that counts.
It's the thought that counts.
Sound like somebody's Southern mama.
Yeah, hey, I'm Kenya Kabine. You can follow me. There's all my social media handles. We'll holler at y'all next week. I mean, after the holidays.
2 weeks.